have a juniper that's going to go in the raffle, and also we have a secondary tree that Ray brought in. So this is going to be another special. Okay, so.
Well, if that's going in the raffle, do a good job.
Yeah, yeah, he always wins them. Okay, so please introduce yourself on how your experience and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, good evening, everybody. I'm happy you're all here. Yes, I'm Heike from Germany. I've been doing bonsai for about 43 years because I started very early. Huh? No, I started at age 15, and at first it was with seeds, and I sowed the first seeds in December, and of course all the seedlings died immediately, and then I tried to find out why, and found the first book in a bookstore, and was really fascinated when I learned that I could turn practically anything into a bonsai. So I started to dig up everything I could get hold of and put everything in pots, and tried a lot. And in the 1980s there weren't many good books or magazines, and I had no teachers, so I just tried everything myself and made probably every possible mistake, killed a lot of little young material, and over the time I got better at some things, and there were more books, and even some other bonsai people I could find, and over the years and decades everything went better in my garden, and yeah, it became a great passion for me. And meanwhile I'm the chief editor of the German Bonsai Art magazine, and I enjoy that work very much. I'm not owning a nursery or so. I just have a private collection of around 120 bonsai trees, and plus young material, and around 80 exoplants. And so I'm quite busy with my own stuff, but I also have a local club which I founded in 2007, and we have our monthly meetings where I teach some of the beginners, and we have a lot of experienced bonsai enthusiasts in the club who all help each other, and everybody has special skills, so everybody learns from everybody, and I really like that, and yeah, enjoy that. Yeah, and today I have Juniper here as the demo tree. It's a big green bush, probably some kind of Chinese juniper grown up in the field. It has quite a thick trunk, but I think it is still quite young. It has grown very fast in the field, and the branches are quite flexible, even the a bit thicker ones. So I think I will probably not need any raffia to bend the branches. I will show you the tree from all sides. I'll just turn it around one. Something's blocking here. So doesn't turn.
Oh, unscrew it.
Yeah. So you can see it has some very thick branches in the lower part here, and many long branches with the green quite far away from the trunk, which is typical for this kind of material. And when I turn the tree around, maybe you can see the trunk has some movement, makes a bend to this side. And if you look from here, it hasn't much movement over here. So one of those sides where we can see the bend of the trunk should be the front. And yeah, somebody has already exposed the nebari.
Yeah,
So we see
we
there
cleaned
are
it up. We cleaned it up so
yeah,
make it faster for you to demo.
Junipers normally don't have a very good or very prominent nebari, but this one has a few roots going to the sides here. If you look from this side, they're a bit twisted or bent, but if you look from this side here, we have the root to this side and here, so this seems to be an advantage. So the first thing is usually to determine the front, and I think of the two options, this one should be the best front because we have the better nebari on this side, and the trunk comes a bit forward, so it's the viewer. This is something we want. We don't want the tree running away from us to the other side. So this is good. If we turn the tree around, we would have to bend or change the angle, but there are so many branches in the way that it's quite difficult to see everything. So the first thing I will do is remove the branches I'm sure I won't need for the styling, and I won't remove them completely, but leave some stumps to make gin, which is very typical and looks good on junipers. Normally we always want to have some deadwood on junipers because the three colors, the reddish brown of the bark and the white of the deadwood and the green of the foliage is a very nice combination. And in nature, when branches get broken or roots die, the life vein connecting branch and root will dry out, and deadwood occurs naturally. So I want to make some gin, but I will leave the bark on the trunk. Maybe the next person who will work on this tree maybe in a year can see where the life vein has dried out and where you can remove the bark then to make a shari. Yeah, so I will start with this, cutting a few thick branches in positions where I can't use them well, and then then I will tell some more. In the meantime, you can ask questions anytime regarding the tree or me or my my bonsai community in Germany, or anything you might want to know.
So who was your main
there's a master in northern Italy called Otmar Auer. He has studied with studied in Japan with Master Suzuki. I was just I can't think of the first name. There are so many Suzukis, but he is very popular in Europe, and I like his style and his sensibility. And I have also done workshops with Mauro Stemberger from Italy and Walter Pall from Germany, and who else? And lately I've taken part in workshops by Andres Bicocca from Argentina, who is a deadwood expert, and there were many different people I learned important things from. And in the first years, when I didn't have the opportunity to go to a bonsai school or club or workshops because my daughters were little, I learned a lot from the magazine I work for today. I read all the magazines from the very first one, and now there are 191. And I tried everything I read in the articles, and also approach grafting and thread grafting, root grafting, and all kinds of things. And I don't have a master I've been with for many years, but several different people, and a lot of magazine and try and error.
How do your trees do in the weather over there?
Sorry?
How do your trees do in the weather over there?
Yeah,
You get a lot of snow, right?
in winter we have snow. I live in northern Germany near Hamburg, and we have some snow, but not lots. And since climate change, it gets even less. But we have to protect the trees in winter. I have a greenhouse which I keep frost-free, and some very frost-hardy trees can stay outside, but many trees I keep in the greenhouse just for safety and for the expensive pots I like. I don't want the pots to break from the frost.
Yeah, that's something we don't have to think about.
Yeah, in our climate we can grow almost every species that the Japanese have. So white pines are doing very well in my climate, and Japanese maples, and more or less everything. So now I try to partly cut and partly break the branch I want to remove, because breaking gives more natural results. I have to work on this some more. So I removed the thickest branch here, and I will also remove the lowest one. It's thick and long, and the green is very far away, and if I bend it down, you see how deep the foliage would hang. So this one also goes.
What's your favorite tree to work on?
In my garden I have 75% broadleaf and maybe 25% conifers, but I really like conifers. It's only I can't resist beautiful leaves and flowers, so I always think I should sell a few more deciduous and buy some more pines or junipers. I like to work on them, and I have mostly medium size Chuin and Kifu and also a lot of showing trees, and I love showing display and exhibit showing displays very often. So here's another thick branch that goes up and is not useful for my plan. So it's the next one I will cut off. When I still lived at home, my mother was always shocked when I had a new plant and cut off almost everything. And nowadays in our local club, when one of the beginners brings a tree and everything is cut off, I usually say, "Oh no, €200 lying beside the tree." So now the picture gets a bit clearer. There's nothing in the way down here in the trunk. I will first reduce the gins bit, because when the remaining branches are wired and lowered, I can't reach the gins well. So I'll do a bit of the work here. I won't really do refined work on the gins, because we don't have very much time this evening.
That's right, you can finish it at my house because I'm gonna win.
She's gonna be doing a workshop at Eastern Leaf
On Sunday,
Sunday.
and at Doyle's on Friday tomorrow.
Oh, those tomorrow. So you can check on Eastern Leaf's internet and see if there's an opening, if anybody's interested.
So while I was taking off the bark of this branch here, some of the bark went off below here on the trunk. This is the way the shari will be developed in the future, but I don't want to remove more bark here to not stress the tree too much at the moment. Fresh juniper wood is quite easy to work with. You can split it and roll the fibers off, so you get a natural look. And I will take care not to go too much down the trunk. Cut it off here. when you have a lot of time at home, you don't do a demo, but just start working on a tree. It sometimes is a good idea when you know a branch will be a gin one day. You could style it 1 or 2 years while it's still alive, and then finally kill it, and a beautiful branch gives a beautiful gin, but an ugly branch, it's hard to transform in a nice gin. But here we have to work with what we have at once.
So tell us an embarrassing story about a German bonsai master. Turn the camera off.
About the German bonsai.
Or an Italian.
Yeah, I can tell something. I don't know if all the world has to know it, but we had I don't know when it was, maybe 2012 or 14 or so. We had a big meeting of users of a German bonsai internet forum, and we were on a beautiful location, and in the evening we had a DJ, and everybody was dancing, and then Walter Pall came up to me and asked me to dance, and he kept turning me so fast, and we got so dizzy, and in the end we fell over to the floor. Somebody just grabbed Walter to prevent him to fall on me, and I was a bit shocked and was so glad nobody was hurt, and then I fled out of the room and went somewhere else and talked with a few people, and then I saw that Walter asked the wife of one German potter to dance next, and the same happened again. And then Walter came out and told everybody he had laid 2 women. So, an embarrassing story about a German bonsai master.
So don't ever dance with Walter.
Walter Pall.
Yeah, be careful. I'm not sure he would dance anymore because he's not so healthy anymore. And I haven't seen him maybe for 2 or 3 years. He hasn't been at the major bonsai exhibition in Europe anymore. But he still posts some of his trees.
I thought you were going to say he's going to post a picture of you at the floor.
No, I hope there aren't any.
I'm always glad they didn't have cell phones when I was
I know,
younger.
we wouldn't have been in trouble.
Or the internet, you know.
Stuff we did back then, yeah, I know. Okay, yeah.
when I work on these gin stumps, I try to follow nature. You know, when a branch breaks, it normally breaks on the upper side, and then the weight of the branch tears the fibers in the lower part down. And so I leave most of the fibers intact on the upper side and pull some off on the sides and on the lower part to make the gin look thinner and more natural, like a storm had broken the branch off. I won't go into too much detail now, but just make a start here.
Is bonsai growing in popularity in Europe?
Yes, it definitely is. During COVID, many people had to stay at home and didn't know what to do, and so they just watched YouTube videos and anything on the internet, and many people discovered bonsai and started to do it. And also now during the last 2 or 3 years we have more subscribers to our magazine. We see more young people, especially men between maybe 20 and 40, joining the local clubs and the German Bonsai Club, and the German bonsai schools who offer 4 years courses to get a diploma as a certified bonsai creator, and then bonsai teacher another 4 years. They have more and more people coming and doing this, these bonsai schools.
So they actually have schools that are certifying people to be teachers? And
Yes, and they base on the Scuola d'Arte, which has first come up in Italy, and it contained the schooling like some Japanese bonsai masters offered for Western people who could come for some weeks or months and repeated schooling. And
do they know how to dance? Do they know how to dance?
do they know how to dance?
Yeah.
That's an optional class.
Yeah, and we had another interesting bonsai dance experience in Germany. And at one of these user meetings of the Bonsai Forum, Walter brought Jim Doyle and Jennifer Price, and maybe you know that Jennifer used to be a ballerina, and she did free bonsai dance with us, and she called some people from the audience and said, "Come on here," and with our body we were asked to dance moyogi or windswept shape, and then we were, I think, 5 people who had to do a multi-trunk together.
So what kind of music was this to?
I don't remember actually, but it was fun. Everybody was feeling a bit embarrassed, but it was fun, and I think it helped people understand the shapes they were supposed to style.
How do you pronounce your name?
Heike van Gunst.
Heike?
Heike, yeah.
Heike, which American bonsai masters are popular in Europe?
Ryan Neal is very popular. Many people do his online class, and Björn Björholm, and what's the
Todd.
Todd Schläfer, yes, I've
Bob
Also-
Presser.
I haven't been to Europe. They're not ready for me yet.
Yeah, Ryan has been at the trophy in Belgium this year, and he hasn't been there for a few years. Was sometime before COVID when he was there the last time, and people were really excited that he was back, and he was a bit. It was a bit like a superstar. After his demo, people queued near the stage, and everybody wanted to talk to him and take pictures. And yeah, another woman I know asked me to take pictures of her and Ryan, and afterwards she was really happy and said, "Oh, this was my fangirl moment." And Michael Hagedorn is also very popular, and I have translated his books, post-dated and Bonsai Heresy, because I wanted the German people to know what he wrote, and post-dated was really my favorite book. I always had it on my bedside table, and when I was through, I started again. And yeah, people have tried to get Michael to come to Europe again, but so far he hasn't, unfortunately. So now we see a bit clearer. We have still some branches we can choose from. This here will be the trunk line here. So we have more or less a classic shape here, and I have to see which branches will be best for making first and second and backside branch, and which are not useful. So several options here. Here's one that has been cut off at some point. It has no nice shape, so this one can also go. In this case, for the future gin, I can keep some
Studs.
yeah, some stubs, some. So we have 3 here, not only 1. This is nice for a change and can look quite good. But I think I won't do much on this now because I'm losing too much time with this. At home, everybody should take all the time that is necessary, and yeah, do some work on the dead wood first, and yeah, not hurry too much. But today I have to see that I can achieve something until we have to go. So here are some smaller ones, also not, they have hardly any foliage, so they're not useful anyway. Now here's another thick one. It's only in the way, so I'll take it off too. I'll turn it around so you can see the front that I've planned, and you would see we have a thick branch here going to the front, and we don't want a branch poking in our eye, so there is a thinner one which is more flexible, which I can use, and I have one at the back I can use. I have these here. So I will take this part off too. Branch here on the back side. Yeah, I'm not sure I will use this because it's yeah, it has not much ramification near the trunk and not much foliage either. But I will wait a bit until I decide. You know that if we take off a great amount of foliage from a tree, especially juniper, it might stop growing for some time and make needle-shaped foliage, which we really don't want, although it will, the scale-shaped foliage will regrow if we care well for the tree. But I have to use the options I have here. So I will now start to wire the first branches, and then go on with the next divisions. You know, when you're applying wire, you have to think in which direction you wind it, and because if you wind it the wrong way, it will loosen when you bend the branch, and the it's important that the end of the wire goes in the direction the branch will be bent. Then it will tighten and not loosen when you bend.
You wire wedge in copper?
Yeah, at home I use mostly copper for conifers, and the citrus I wire with aluminium. But when you do first styling on raw material, the cheaper aluminium wire
Correct.
is okay.
I could talk about how you decide what size wire to use
Yeah.
with aluminum specifically.
Yeah, it depends on how flexible the tree is, the branches are, and usually about a third of the diameter of the branch. This mostly works. And copper can be thinner, and yeah, copper is harder to apply, but it holds stronger, and it's nice unobtrusive color.
Okay, why don't we take a break and see Nellie and Greg back there for raffle tickets? And then about 10 minutes, we'll get back at it. You want a snack? A brownie or something?
No, thank you.
Branches are very flexible.
Yes, they're long and have little foliage near the trunk. It's not old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not buying raffle tickets to who?
He's still doing bonsai, but he doesn't travel much anymore.
Doesn't travel.
Raffle branches are there.
shows now. I do a lot of shows now. I do like a lot of trees.
Do you have a overall shape in mind? I can
Yes, it will be more or less Koyogi shape.
I actually bought a gaming chair that my son had that's big. And it's really good because I go back and forth between that chair and my drawing table. Yep. And the table, and the arms are high.
I'm not sure what kind of gift it is. It's green. You know, it's harder to find demo trees anymore because nobody's growing juniper now. That used to be the tree of choice for yard trees. And now
No, thank you. We had a lot of dinner before we came here.
What do you guys get?
The dumpling house.
In Taiwan? In the mall?
No, it was not the mall. It was somewhere outside. Not far from here. Foliage is really wobbly and hanging down here. Very difficult to make this nice, layers.
Few more minutes, I'll get everybody. That's good, yeah.
You want to take your own?
Okay, can I get everybody's attention? Well, I got Ray up here too, Ray. Well, I got Ray up here. Our second raffle. Yeah, well, tell us a little bit about this.
Louder, Ray. I can't hear you. Steve talking.
Everyone else is talking.
I don't care.
Well, I'm gonna win that tree, so I wanna know about it.
Something like that.
I got a lot of them. You said it's in your monkey pot. Yeah. Okay. Get your raffle tickets, grab something else to eat there, and then, we're gonna turn it over. You ready? Tell us what you've been doing.
Yeah, I've wired the main branches here. I'm still working here on the finer ramification. It's not so easy because the foliage is very long and wobbly, and I have to try to put some of the smaller twigs between the main twigs I've already wired to make a kind of a foliage pad here. and soon I will wire the upper part of the trunk to enhance the bend here, and yeah, then wire the remaining branches and twigs. And I'm not sure if I will keep this branch on the back side. I will first wire this part, and in the end I will see if I will keep it. So I will keep on wiring now, and yeah, if you want to ask some more questions, you're welcome.
How long is your growing season in Germany?
It depends. In northern Germany it's shorter than in southern Germany, but in my place it's more or less from the beginning of April until October. But I have a greenhouse, for example, where I keep my trees in winter, and I keep it frost-free. So and it's in the shade of our house, so it doesn't heat up much in the winter. But from the beginning of March, some sun hits it in the morning and in the evening. So the trees start growing in March, and I start repotting in February, and so the repotted trees stay in the greenhouse until the beginning of April, and they have enough time to make roots there before I take them outside in April. And in April we sometimes we have quite warm temperatures, so it's important not to put freshly repotted trees out into the sun when they don't have enough feeder roots. So yeah, in my place it works well like this. Some people say, oh no, you can't repot conifers in February, you have to wait until April. But you never know what kind of weather you get in my place. Sometimes we have a dry and warm spring, sometimes it rains all the time, sometimes we have weeks of frequent rain, and yeah, it's hard to predict, so it's always a bit of poker play.
Sounds rough.
Yeah, but we have to live with it.
Where do you get your plants? Do you have nurseries like we have out here?
Yeah, there are several nice big bonsai traders and importers in Germany. The next one for me is maybe 2.5 hours away. And in the Netherlands and Belgium there are also great traders, and we can buy trees online. And we also have a lot of garden centers and big tree nurseries around Hamburg. There's this big business in our region, and we can find good material there too.
What about Yamadori? Do you guys go up in the...
Yeah, in northern Germany there aren't much places to find Yamadori because we don't have mountains there. We are quite near the Baltic Sea and the North Sea, and in southern Germany and Austria, Switzerland, Italy, Spain, there are mountains, and there are specialized Yamadori hunters which have permission to collect, and we can buy good Yamadori material that has been in a pot for several years, so we can start working on it. and I would never go to the mountains and try to dig a tree there because I'm not qualified. I'm from the north and I don't want to kill trees, and so I think it's better to let the specialists do this. But we have great Yamadori material in Europe, and
What's the most common Yamadori there?
oh, it's the mountain pine, Swogo. That's a very nice tree from the mountains, and we have European larch and Scots pine. You can be lucky and find Scots pine even in the lower regions, and in Sweden and Norway there are a lot of places where you can find nice Scots pines. I've collected some in Sweden years ago. I was there on holiday, and just by accident I found a place beside a dirt road where the ground was very wet, and while near that place all the pines were huge, and in that swamp or moist place all pines only were this high, and then I had to drive to the next big store to buy a spade and collect some of those, and because they have a lot of frost in the ground for a long time, the pines grow only in such deep soil and not go into the frozen ground, so they were very easy to collect.
Do you need permits from the government to dig?
Yeah, it depends. If you know private owners, you can ask them. And I'm not really sure if in the government-owned mountains, if there are any permits. People used to dig up trees, not caring about permissions, and they left holes and dead trees and so on. That was very bad. So I wouldn't risk something like that. But some people, I fear, still do that.
Can you guys import Japanese trees? Can you import
Yes,
trees from Japan?
yes. Our traders import several. Each one imports several containers a year, and the trees are in special. In Japan they have special export areas in their nurseries where the trees are checked for pests and diseases and are treated with special pesticides. And when the containers come to Germany, or it is like that in the whole European Union, they customs people come and check the trees when the containers are unloaded, and the conifers have to be in quarantine for 4 months, I think, when they are growing. So when they come in February, the quarantine, the 4 months begin in March or April when they start getting active, and they have to be in greenhouses with mesh on the window so nothing can fly out. And yeah, and most deciduous trees from Japan can be sold immediately, and so we have a good choice of nice Japanese trees, but they are getting more and more expensive because they are also the prices are also rising in Japan, and the shipping has become much more expensive. Also because of the Panama Canal, and which is blocked, so the ships had to go a very long way south of Africa, and it took 2 or 3 weeks longer. And yeah, trees are really expensive now, but there are apparently enough people who can afford them anyway.
Do you guys have a lot of tropicals?
No, not many, because we have to keep them in the house, and in the winter it's dry and dark, and we need plant lamps, grow lamps, and still they don't do very well. Most people just have 2 or 3 ficus or so to have something in the winter when the other trees are dormant. But yeah, I know a few people who have a room in the cellar with a lot of grow lamps, and where they can keep the right temperature and moisture. So, but most people prefer the plants which need some dormancy. They're easier to keep in our climate. I used to have a bougainvillea, and it got weaker and weaker from year to year and died in the end. That wasn't fun. Usually beginners like tropicals because they want them in the house, but when they have their first experience, they mostly start with the native or Japanese. I don't know if you have heard of the exhibition The Trophy in Belgium. It's the biggest exhibition in Europe. It's a bit like our Kookfoten, and there are around, I think, 110 or 120 traders from all Europe, and we really have a good choice of all kind of material there, also Mediterranean from the Portuguese and Spanish traders, and potters and table makers and importers of Japanese pots and trees, and in all price categories. This is always like paradise. And even people from the US have been there, met some.
Have you adopted much of Walter Paul's naturalistic style?
Some. I have some trees more or less in that style, where the raw material and the species suggested this. But I also, most of my trees are classical Japanese style, and of course some of my personal handwriting. People who know me recognize my trees when they see them. Yeah. I don't think I need the branch here. As the trunk has some bends, I also give the branches some bends, so it all should look consistent. You don't want a bent trunk with straight branches, or the other way around.
In Germany, like here?
Sorry?
Are the clubs in Germany similar?
Yes. We have the German Bonsai Club, and under this there are lots of local clubs, and the club presidents can get special schooling from the German Bonsai Club, from the roof organization, and everybody comes to the annual national show, and we have clubs more or less in every city and region. And
do you guys do raffles too? Raffles? Do you guys do raffles?
What is it?
Like with the things you pay money and get tickets for them.
To win the
Okay, no, I don't
Plants.
have that at home.
It's very weird. How do you guys raise money for clubs there?
In our local club, we really don't raise any money, and most clubs, the members pay a certain amount every month. But in my club, if we need money for something, for the website, or for things for a little exhibition, or something, either one of the members says, I'll pay, or everybody gives some money to get it paid. And
Do you have a specific meeting place?
in the summer, we are in several gardens. People who have enough space invite the club to their garden for meetings. And in winter, we are always in my house, because I have a heated cellar studio where we can all sit and work. And some people contribute some cake or sparkling wine or whatever, something nice to eat. And yeah, and it's nice to be in everybody's garden in turns in summer to see what the other people are doing and how they make their gardens and koi ponds and everything. It's nice to see all that and get inspired. Everybody does it in a different way, so it's really nice and inspiring to see everybody's place now and then. But we also have a few people who only have a small flat and a balcony, and they can't invite. So, but it doesn't matter.
Do the clubs put on their own shows once a year?
Many clubs do. Unfortunately, my club members are a bit lazy, and last time we had a little exhibition, most people said, "Oh, that was really exhausting. I'm not sure I want to do it again." I was a bit disappointed. It was at the 150th anniversary of a very good and big ornamental tree nursery in Hamburg. They had invited us to exhibit our trees on their event, and so we hadn't as much work as if we had done an exhibition on our own, but still people said it was an exhausting weekend. But now there will be the 160th anniversary, and I hope I can persuade my people to make another exhibition. But some people from our club like to exhibit their trees, and they go to the national show or to the trophy with their trees. I also do.
What is your favorite tree in your collection?
Oh, I have several. I have a few maples which have matured nicely, which I really like, and I have 2 pines, which I've the ones which I've collected in Sweden. The first one I've collected in 1983 when I was only 17 years old, and I've sold it and bought it back after many years, and I won't give it to anybody again. So I'm really glad I have that tree back. And the other one is a Bunjin pine. Yeah, I also like a lot. That one was collected in 1996. So here I will need another guy wire. It's very good to have a lot of stumps where you can tie the guy wire to. guy wires, it's always good to take it double and in the end twist and pull to tighten it. If you have only one, it's much harder to tighten it and get the right position. The wood is very hard. Sometimes you need a second person. So one does the bending with 2 hands and the other one.
Do you need a hand?
No, this is very flexible. This is not hard here. So.
I was gonna send Bob out.
Well, he's gonna win it anyways.
Yeah.
Usually I take copper wire for the guy wires because the aluminum wire tends to break when you twist it much, and it also stretches a bit with time, but it will be okay here. It's always important to pull enough and not only twist, because then just twisting the wire breaks easily. Before I do some fine tuning on the lower branches, I will wire the upper ones and see how much I pull them down, and if I have a good spacing.
Need your partner for a second.
Oh, not much time left.
Yeah.
Yesterday I learned that the foliage of California juniper and Utah and one-seed juniper have very different smell.
Oh, yes, cat smell.
Can, yeah, I wasn't aware of that before.
Yeah.
It was very interesting.
You went to Tom Bonsai.
Oh, yeah.
You went to Tom's house? You went to Tom Bond's house?
Yes,
Pretty impressive, huh?
yes. Very, very impressive.
Send you, she sent it out, but I'll figure it
Okay, I guess I didn't look
out.
for it.
Yeah.
The dangling needles here will be removed, so we have a nice clean underline here. What is possible? This branch has quite a lot of foliage, so it's no problem. The upper branches are stronger, of course, than the lower branches, because they all want to grow to the light.
I mean, our, June meeting is the 9th. The fall meeting 9th. That'll be, different news and Kusaman.
How long are you down for in California?
For 12 days.
Enjoy the sunshine and the heat.
Yes. And the nice landscapes, and so many things to see.
Okay, just a heads up that, Tom just told me we're gonna have Christmas in July at his house again. It'll be July 19th, Saturday, July 19th. Yeah, so next month we'll have a sign-up sheet. Okay, thank you, Tom.
Like you do.
You mean generous?
No, just keep this thing, you'll see what happens.
Super nice. Oh, yeah, so right now, yeah, exactly.
Everybody got a ticket?
How big you go?
So you gotta keep this ticket separately, it's special. Everybody else got one.
branches here. It's important to not shade one with the other. So every branch needs to get a decent amount of light and air, so everything can develop nicely.
Hey, Greg? Greg, want to get started? Yeah, she's working, you're gonna have Greg, start pulling tickets.
Well, I think put two winners. Two tickets, we'll tuck one in here and we'll tuck one under that.
Okay.
We'll give them away as a special. One, just hide it underneath there or something. Tuck it in there. One more. Very good.
Everybody got their tickets in? We're on the bucket? We're good? All right. Start calling some tickets. Okay.
Where they say a surf,
Dude, Lindsay, up again. Star.
Run, boys, run.
MD. Well, we got the blame. Okay, I'm gonna read the last two numbers. 101. 101. Mike Kelly's blank ticket. 101.
whoever got it should be before me.
Sunder. Norm.
How do you really feel, Kelly?
He's always winning.
You've had a lot of tickets.
Love. Wow, pretty good.
Finally.
There you go. No. Twice in a row. Hey, yo, twice in a row. Imawari. Cindy. Can't read it yet?
No problem.
Star. Norm, rapid fire, Mark. Got an MK. Got a squiggle. We got some princess and seedlings over here. Thor. Sonda. Squiggle again. Angel grab the princess.
Hey, Lily. Lily,
Oh, well, there's a thought.
go grab two princess and send it to yourself.
Just kidding. It did work. I bought everybody a ticket to see, and we'll see if one of those has it in there. Add the excitement.
I saw that high school. That's her website.
PMAC. Lindsay.
You know, is it a Georgia property?
Joe. Want a seedling? Grab a seedling.
I told you.
Bob's lucky.
No,
That's true. All the right
And, wow, okay. Okay. Lily, back on the board. We've got some watering to do.
Teacher Wilkins.
If anybody else had a win at Lily, I'm glad it was you.
No, that's just for, that people can like.
You need two though, you need a male and a female. Yes, why not? Like my t-shirt? When I went to Japan, I brought a bunch of these with me. Multi-masters. We have a picture with Tiger wearing one. 25.
So, you want this?
Yeah, no, I'm happy to have little marches and trees.
Enjoy it for a long time. Developing it. And keep developing it.
But it has quite a lot of branches.
So, and now you have a bigger one.
Now a bigger one.
There you go. Oh, I see that. Are they iron on? Thank you. You want to iron on Baikoen patch?
Yes, why not?
You met my face. I thought you met my face. She's like, I see your mug.
I will show you the front. In a moment. Here I wire two little branches together to make one because they only have very little. Yes.
Looks good.
I'm really happy that a nice young girl.
Yes, yes, uh-huh.
You got a lot of reading to do, huh? Only guys read the bathroom. My wife brings an iPad in there, and I'm like, no. There's a rule. No electronic devices in the bathroom. Like a half hour later, she goes. Butt hurts.
Love your tree.
I almost got this one. Thank you.
I'll throw in the.
Just dance in mud.
He's still in the mood for his last show. Well, I might as well. It's still live, right?
All right, take care.
You too.
I'm starting to develop big stack of them too, but I'm also giving them to my employees that are put in there. Because we need to take time. So, like one guy took their best of me and I'm like, hey, there you go.
Make sure they know the start of the bat.
Huh?
Make sure they know the start of the bat.
Start the bat. Because the way they crank them. That's why I got starting to get. I love when that too now does. What year is this one?
No, the stack.
Stack.
What year?
1984. Yeah.
I like those older ones like that. The trees are way different.
As things get bigger, they're trying to get them back in. Like now, like for instance, like that mountain cars, people trying to things you gotta have back in with your race. So it's always like, get big and all of a sudden,
Yeah, that's
found out that running administration in July because they will track that. When our guys tomorrow, let's be talking going into 25th. So they invited me, it kind of sucks, so we right to that change the date. Never been there. They've been doing the pensions, never did much for it. We go to Commandant, Bishop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, what do you remember? Backtrack to the deck. It's a nice game, of course. That would be nice,
The problem with bringing German demonstrators in is that they really want to make sure they get every little twig in the right place.
Yeah, I want proper photo in the end.
Oh, because I bet the top and the bottom.
So are you gonna take care of this?
She's in the water rotation. She's got like 4 trees now.
Cool.
Actually, the one that you did an air layer, it's now pushed out, so we're gonna have her pack it off. It's got a nice root. It took a while to recover. This is a canal.
That was actually difficult there, because they're so vigorous, they close over.
The thing I had, one I did, it just had this big nub.
Yeah, you gotta recut it and do it
And I
again.
did, a year later, it's all I had was this.
Recut it.
Recut it?
Yeah, just make it wider. You gotta make sure that it's really wide and you get all the cambium laid off.
So just make it extra tall. Which is what the, I can't remember the name of the guy.
Like Robertson, you're
The younger guy. Like 2 years ago. Kind of a skinny guy.
a visiting artist?
Yeah.
Oh, what's his name? Adam.
Adam, maybe it wasn't
Yeah.
right. No, it's recovered nice now, but it took a while.
You need to control the market.
Yeah, Adam Jones.
If you wrap them in the bag, it's like not much.
The challenge, right? Not, oh, put this up here.
When you do it all the time, you get better at it.
I will just have to leave these dangling things
Just
here.
stick a little blue pill in the bottom of the pot.
You ever done it?
No.
Hey Bob, I think you sleeping overnight.
Okay.
That's what I'm
Thank
saying,
you.
the problem with bringing German demonstrators in is they're perfectionists, so, you know.
So, I think this is it.
Is this the front?
Thank you.
Very nice, very nice. Where's Lily? Hey, Lily. you
Go
take
get
it?
your picture taken, Lily.
Great. So, the cat. The cat.